Wait for some people to get in here. This ain't gonna be a long one. It's gonna be a what time is it? Probably 20, 25 minutes max. Let's see what we got. The man Big Stank. What's good with you? What's good with you? Hit that like button too. Hold on. I'm gonna try it with the background mute. Hold on. With the background music. Let me. I don't know if it's just me that hears it or what. So you waiting for the Hawkeyes game? Let's see who they play. I forgot who is Iowa playing. Let me see. Let me get this one. Espen. Let me get all the scores and stats. What's up, Marco Polo? What's good with you? What's good? Yeah, right now I'm watching Penn State and Ohio State. Ohio State been up 10-6. It ain't been a whole lot of exciting offense going on. Oh, I was playing the Golden Gophers. I got you. But yeah, this Ohio State game ain't a whole lot been going on offensively. Low scoring game. I'm not really surprised by that. I expect Ohio State to win this game. They always got to push them to get into the playoffs, and then they underachieve. So we'll see. Oh, they in the red zone now. What's up, Joey? What's good with you? QB's kind of ass. Yeah, Drew Alaire, Alar. I don't know how to pronounce his name. And McCord. Yeah, I was always saying about Ohio State, man. Like they was better when they was getting black quarterbacks and the city quarterbacks. Yeah, this guy ain't it. Like they need another CJ Stroud. They need someone with a troubled past or a troubled upbringing. Yeah, I seen them. Yeah, they always got some fresh jerseys, man. Even the ones they had against Washington, the little eggshells they had. And I mean, Phil Knight went to Oregon, so you know they're gonna have automatically have the best stuff. They had color changing cleats that changed due to your body temperature and all that stuff as the game went on. Said Ohio State backup quarterback is wearing 33. Wow, that's a number right there. They backup quarterback. You sure they backup quarterback is wearing 33? You sure it's not another position? That is wild, man. Look like I don't know if somebody got hurt or what on this play. You should have say backup quarterback and not somebody else taking the snap. Cause I got the game on mute right now. Oklahoma and UCF. Yeah, I saw that, man. Yeah, I saw when dude scored a touchdown for UCF. He over here, he blew a kiss to the sideline to the Sooners. I was like, wow. Number 33 injured too. So roll tide. You know I don't fuck with Alabama. Say his name Devin Brown. Almost the starter wearing 33. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's like a Garner when he wore number 98 as a quarterback from Michigan. Like what are we doing? But yeah, Ohio State. This game has been nothing really exciting. I really do not like Big Ten football at all. I hate that there are always these low scoring ass games and stuff. Which every now and again it's cool to have that, but a lot of the time I need to see some points scored. I need to see something like that. Give me excitement. Give me some Big 12 football where they really don't play a lot of defense at all. It's just a bunch of points being scored left and right, left and right. Uh, Tennessee Alabama game. I don't see Tennessee winning this game. I think they'll cover. I think the spread was 8.5. I think Tennessee will cover that spread, but they won't win. And I think the reason they won't win is gonna be because of Joe Milton. Like I think he's gonna do some stupid shit like throw an interception to a safety like he did against A&M where there's no receiver in sight. or he might fumble on the sack. Who knows? That's why I think it's gonna go down as far as how Tennessee loses the game. Tennessee wins, I'll be surprised. I'll be thoroughly surprised, especially because they wouldn't want Alabama to go out like that. And say if they did lose, that'd be Alabama's only conference loss, I would assume, for the rest of the year. So they could still somehow find a way to get them into the playoffs if that's what they really want to do. I think it's a week-to-week basis, though, NFL and college football, as far as the low scoring goes. It's more of a week-to-week basis. Sometimes the MO is make sure a lot of teams put up a whole lot of points. Other times, all right, man, we're going to make sure the final score is 20-17, across 20-16. If it's a high-scoring game for the week, maybe 28. Appreciate it, Jason. I appreciate it. So Joe looking like Jameis Winston in there throwing picks. I mean, he had thrown a good amount of touchdowns, but yeah, the interceptions with him is so bad because before this year, he hadn't thrown an interception at Tennessee. A, he wasn't a starter, and B, when he was, he just overthrew everybody. But now it's so obvious, like against A&M, he trucked the hell out of that dude, sent him out the game, talking all that shit, which I got hyped for that. I was like, hell yeah, about time. Very next play, pick in the end zone. He's like, yeah, that's my bad. Like, you knew what you was doing. So it's obvious when he throw a pick. Against Florida, when he just chucked the ball up in the air, super obvious. Still think Oregon is better than Washington. I don't. Oregon is the same team they always going to be, man. Oregon is that team that will always get you probably 10, 11 wins on the year and come up short losing to somebody they shouldn't lose to, or someone that's slightly under them as far as if you want to talk about skill level and shit like that. That's Oregon's MO. Always going to get your hopes up. It's kind of like A&M is always going to be the team that the first 5 weeks of the season, you're going to think they legit. And this goes all the way back to Kevin Sumlin, Johnny Manziel days. They will beat somebody they shouldn't beat in the first 5 to 6 games. And then the back end of the season, they always fuck around and lose somebody they shouldn't lose to. Actually, consistently lose to teams they shouldn't lose to. But be back-to-back weeks or out of 3 games, they lose 2. They've been gambling a long time, bro. Like, this ain't nothing new. Like, them bringing in the DraftKings, it was just more commercialized now. But this ain't nothing new. They was doing this shit way back in the day. Because you got to remember all this shit got mob ties and involved and shit. So, yeah, this ain't nothing new. Do I think Colorado's done cooking up headlines? No. No, because you got to remember, they still got to get to a bowl game. So that's still another storyline they can throw in there for Colorado. They still going to get more primetime games and stuff like that. And it's going to be, are they going to bounce back after blowing this 29-0 lead? That's another story they could run. How did they respond? They already made a big deal about Deion giving a speech to the team after they blew that lead. So they going to milk this as much as they can. You're a Boise State fan, boy. I couldn't do that. And it ain't got nothing to do with the team. It's just that blue turf is an eyesore. I can't do it. That's too much. Yeah, Kellen Moore, yeah, he was good as hell at Boise State. It's crazy how fast his NFL career just flew by. Which, I mean, you know, I didn't expect him to be like a long-time starting quarterback in the NFL anyway, but still. I mean, look at them scores. Yeah, UCF up 23-17 against Oklahoma. That's another team. Oklahoma will do this every year, too. They'll lose a game to a team they should lose to. If it ain't Texas, it's going to be somebody they damn sure shouldn't lose to. It might be UCF. Who knows? Because Oklahoma's 6 right now. Air Force, Navy, Air Force up 10-0. Oh, yeah. Why are they showing me Yale and Penn like I'm really finna watch that? Memphis up 38-21 on UAB. Mississippi State up 7-3 over Arkansas. I really expected more from Arkansas. I thought after last year, Arkansas would have been a slightly better team. Nah. Like they don't have a bad quarterback. KJ Jefferson legit, but I don't know. I guess they ain't just in a bad division. And besides, they never gonna really push Arkansas like that in the first place because It's Arkansas. They ain't really been pushed heavy since they had Darren McFadden. See what Penn State does here. Just dancing in the end zone. Like, came up a couple inches short on that 2nd and 7. My banner's right. And then I was looking at the rankings, man. It's damn near the same teams. You got your Ohio States, your Georgias, your Michigan. I forgot who else they had. I do not remember who the other team was. I know they had Washington at 5. I was like, y'all, that's criminal. Washington should be in that 4th spot. But it's like it might have been Florida State. But it's shaping up kind of similar to what we're used to seeing. They ain't three-peating. They not three-peating. Especially after that loss of Brock Bowers, they are not three-peating. I wouldn't be surprised if they still made it to the playoffs, but three-peat, no, somebody gonna knock them off. So Drake made legit, or is he might be on watching the UNC games? From what I've seen the past year and a half, like, he good. It's just like I kind of side-eye because it's still the ACC. Like, I mean, the ACC is better this year, but I still kind of side-eye because they hyped up a couple. They did this with Mitch Trubisky. We saw how that turned out. They did this with Sam Howell. I mean, this is first full year starting, so the jury's still out there. They doing it with Drake May. He was in that Heisman conversation last year, so I got to see like a full year and see how they do. But from what I've seen so far, he ain't bad. See what they did on this play. Oh, he kicked it. I'm about to switch to this UCF game, man. This Ohio State game too goddamn boring. The Alabama time to rise again. Nah. Like, they dominant run is over with now. Now the NILs and all that stuff, they dominant run is over with. They still gonna be in the conversation like a contender and shit, but as far as them being the big bad Alabama team that got 5 stars at every position, 3 deep, yeah, that shit over with. I think they might get one more championship with Nick Saban, and that's it. And then it's gonna be. I don't think Alabama gonna go out like the Patriots did with Bill Belichick, where they just are just terrible. But you're gonna see some uncharacteristic things from Alabama. I mean, we already seen it now, but more uncharacteristic things with Alabama in the future. UAB on. That was funny. I remember for a minute UAB didn't have a football team. It was like 2015, 16ish or something like that. It was something like that. Yeah, they didn't have a football team for a couple years before they brought them back. They might change the transfer portal rules again. Oh, yeah, they don't like what Dion doing. They don't like what Norvell doing. That's why. They don't like the constant movement. Because, I mean, you think about all the players that enter the transfer portal, there are a lot of players. I think I don't even know if it's 40% of them actually find a place when they enter the transfer portal. That's the problem. So many people are quick to transfer and don't have anywhere to go afterwards. And then on top of that, it messes up high school recruiting. So if you a high schooler trying to make it to college and then make it to the league, the odds are even slimmer now because coaches would rather get someone from the transfer portal who's already got college experience that they don't really have to fully develop the same way they would someone who's, say, in his second, third year. Say he played 3 years at Oklahoma, transferred to Michigan or something. They're going to take him over the high schooler. Say UJ is the biggest college associated with Freemasonry, also campus located on the 33rd parallel. That don't mean they finna three-peat. But I think Bama's dynasty is officially dead. It's already dead. Like I said, after that transfer portal and shit, it fucked up Nick Saban's whole system of just being able to consolidate 5 stars, 3 deep at every position. You can't do that now because they're not going to stick around and wait. Like, fuck, I look like if I'm a 5-star and they got NIL deals and people getting paid and stuff on top of that. You think I'm finna sit on the bench for 3 years and wait my turn when I could go play at, say, Oregon or Texas or LSU? I'm not finna sit around and wait. Especially if it's a coach that I get along with better than Nick Saban. You watch Colorado, been a fan since '71. Damn. And Ball State. Can't watch 4 in a few minutes. Oh, it's Ball State, so I mean, what you expect. But damn, that's a dedicated fan right there. You said 1971 Buffaloes fan. I mean, when I was a kid, Colorado was actually good. I forgot who their quarterback was. I just remember them and Nebraska had a rivalry, and it was like a big deal because they were both in the Big 12. And I was Eric Crouch. That was Nebraska's quarterback at the time. It was like 2001-ish, 2002-ish. But yeah, Colorado used to be good. Then they just fell off the face of the earth, joined the Pac-12. I think they had like one good year with Mel Tucker, like one really good year. And then they was trash for a long time until Dion came along. That shit tastes just like LaCroix. Had me nervous, like I was about to close this out. Like, no, don't do that. And they got this game on commercial right now. I'm trying to think. Who they got later? They got Auburn and Ole Miss. I mean, the main storyline there is, Hugh Freeze going against his former team. Auburn's, 3-3? I expect Ole Miss to win that game, though. Like, I don't. Give it a couple years. I think Auburn going to be straight. Couple years. Oh, they got all the coaches in Oklahoma wearing pink. Like, because of breast cancer awareness and whatnot. The Air Force might go undefeated. I mean, they don't mean shit if they do. Am I streaming through the game? Nah, I got to meet up with some friends here and shit here in a few minutes, actually. I just said, damn, I had to get this episode in real quick. I said I was going to do it. I was like, I got a lot of shit I had to do today. Yeah, I know it starts in 30 minutes, essentially. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'm not even used to seeing UCF in the Big 12. Same with Cincy or BYU kind of make a little bit more sense, but Cincy and UCF in the Big 12, I ain't used to this. I'm really not gonna be used to it when the Big 10 has Oregon and Washington, and the ACC has Stanford and Cal. So they hoping they got Tennessee upsetting Bama. They've been rigging it for Bama way too long. They have. There's a couple teams they've been rigging shit for a little bit too long. Ohio State, now Georgia, Alabama. I can't say Oklahoma because they didn't have their down years too. Who else? Always Clemson had their little run too. But other than that, that's like the main teams they really been just rigging shit for years on end. But yeah, I really don't think Tennessee gonna get the upset. Like, it'd be nice if they did 2 years in a row. That'd be nice. I don't think so. I think it'll be close. It'll be one of those like classic 1990s, early 2000s Tennessee Alabama games where it's low scoring, physical, give you that Ravens Steelers vibe type shit. How I feel about Pittsburgh as a Pitt fan, y'all a mess. Y'all play shit. Who they do? I saw it too. Who y'all played? I don't even remember. Show me all the scores, ESPN. What y'all doing? Show me a bunch of games I don't give a damn about. Come on, what we doing? I honestly haven't watched a whole lot of Pitt this year, so I couldn't accurately tell you. The Penn State second quarter score called back for defensive penalty. Announcer immediately sticks up for ref saying he didn't know what happened in the backfield. I hate when they do that shit, man. When they just pull a bullshit excuse out their ass as to why a coach made a bad decision or a ref did something. But I think when they do it for the coaches, is the worst. So they've been rigging in Alabama for years. Yes, going back to the BCS especially. Six gonna be SEC teams. I don't know, man. When they got this new conference realignment, I think it's gonna be mostly. You're gonna probably see really just three conferences. You're gonna see SEC, obviously, Big Ten, shit, ACC. They might sprinkle in a Big 12 team, but ACC, because all the power teams essentially from the Big 12 are joining the SEC. All the power teams from the Pac-12 are joining the Big Ten. None of the power teams are joining the ACC, but they still got Florida State. They still have Clemson if they ever seem to get their shit back together. Shit, Duke doing their thing. North Carolina, they've been holding it down for a minute too. Bama having these close games makes you think they're getting ready to drop them from the yearly top 5 without noticing. I mean, they did everything in their power before now to keep them in the top 10 when they really shouldn't have been earlier in the year. Now they got them at 11. So, say 11th ranked Alabama beats 17th ranked Tennessee, they only gonna go up from there. I mean, what's Penn State? They're a top 10 team. Ohio State top 10 team. If either one of them lose, guess who's gonna jump right back in there? Alabama. Yeah, that's true. That's 100% true. Another thing going against Tennessee in this game is Tennessee don't do too hot and hostile away games at all. Florida, South Carolina, Georgia, going back to last year. Other away games we fared good in. Kentucky, that's not hostile. Mizzou, not hostile. Vanderbilt, that's a glorified home game. Who else we been on the road with? Anyone else in the East? I forgot. I think that's it. LSU is probably the exception to the rule last year. Yeah, they might mess around. If they lucky, they might finish 7-5. That's if they lucky. You hope Boise State join the Big 12. Man, we don't need any more conference realignment. Like it should have stopped after last year. We don't need more teams joining bigger conferences. We don't need none of that shit. If there weren't so many teams, I would say just do what the NFL does, just evenly, like kind of even that shit out a little bit. Oh yeah, that's of course Arch Manning. You already know they're gonna do that. Man already got like a 2 point something million NIL deal, and he a backup. Mm-hmm. Yeah, offensive line wasn't the same that we have now. Uh, Tennessee obviously knew they was gonna have to throw that game. On top of that, the play calling got super conservative after that touchdown. Tennessee couldn't run the ball to save their life. Obviously, quarterback protection wasn't there. If LSU was a night game last year, it would have been a different game. Yeah, LSU fans hate noon games. You see LSU upsetting somebody. It'd be something if, say, Alabama beat Tennessee, LSU beat Alabama 2 years in a row. That'd be some shit. I'm here for it, too. Notre Dame and Buckeyes, yes. Notre Dame tried not to score. Tried not to get the first down. Duke and Louisville very fixed. Oh, did I see the Duke Louisville game? I don't think I saw the Duke and Louisville game. I did see the Texas Bama game though. Yeah, that was definitely fixed. And you know they got to build up on top of the build up hype for Texas since they joined the SEC. Same with Oklahoma too. They realign East and West in the state. The East would be way better SEC and Big Ten versus. No, I'm talking about NFL. Do it like North, South, East, and West. Like break that shit up a little bit. Dice that shit up. North, South, East, West. Just redo shit. They can keep the rivalries and shit. Don't mess up the rivalries, but do it more regional based. Like, fuck all this shit where you on the Pacific Coast and you in the ACC, or you are in Provo, Utah, but somehow you're in the Big 12. Yeah, fuck all that. Notre Dame versus Duke and Louisville. I remember, yeah, the Louisville one. Real, I was like, really? They gonna have them lose to Louisville? Like, all right, man. Whatever it takes to make all these conferences look better than they are more top heavy than they really are. Shit, what time is it, man? Oh, 3:01. Yeah, I'm about to be on here for like 5 more minutes, so I'm getting up out of here. But yeah, I would not have expected to see UCF up on Oklahoma in the fourth quarter. I would have figured maybe like first, second quarter. After that, please. Would have figured Oklahoma would have just ran away with the second half type shit. But I mean, somebody in the Big 12 who is a new team is due to look better than they are. Because they gotta, sell it. They gotta prove, hey, there was a good decision to have such and such team join. Yeah. Same shit they do in the NFL. Same shit they do it in college too. In college, it's done a little bit more. I say a little bit more strategically to a degree. Like there's certain teams that you can count on they're gonna be good. Like Georgia, Georgia gonna be good. Ohio State gonna be good. Michigan gonna be good. Bama gonna be good. And then they gotta mix it up and give it a little bit of sense of parity where it's a team just pop up out of nowhere. Feel like who team to pop up out of nowhere for real like that? Oh shit! Last year was I guess Tennessee. Felt like they came up out of nowhere, and they was there for most of the year. Teams like a Utah, someone you're not usually used to seeing right there, that makes things interesting, and they can be spoilers. TCU, yeah, TCU. That's a good example. So you need a 2005 to 2010 conference alignment. Every Power Five was great, and non-Power Five was good. Yeah, and then they started getting greedy with the money. But yeah, however they can evenly do it is how they need to do it. Said Harvard this I don't keep up with Harvard football. I don't keep up with Harvard sports, period. I couldn't tell you if they're good or not. Think college is more play calling. I mean, coaches definitely have their roles too, as far as making sure players are out of alignment on certain plays, especially scoring plays. But players too, when that NIL deals came to play, yeah, players too, they throwing shit. And not all of them actually come into the league or in college knowing that it's scripted or this, that, and the third until they start seeing things coaches are doing that are rather questionable. Like when you saw that little white boy from Miami who was crying on the sideline after Cristobal decided to run instead of taking the knee. You see him talking about, why didn't we just need the ball, and he crying and stuff. Obviously, he didn't know. He didn't know. I'm sure he knows now. But at that moment, he ain't know. And they made sure to get that shit because it's like somebody who's showing some real emotion about the situation on the team. The Bryce Harper on 10-19 plays 40 for playoff game, same day the 45 King died right before the 119th World Series. Yeah. Baseball boring as fuck, though. So that means football season, too. And the Dodgers ain't playing, so I'm really not trying to watch baseball. There's no reason to rank Tennessee number one in the college football playoffs last year to make Georgia look really strong. Yeah, that's why they do. They're strategic as hell. How they have certain teams ranked at certain positions. Like they had, like, say, Alabama right here, and then the USC right here, and the Ohio State. Yeah, they do it. They do it strategically. Do I think boosters know about the script play? Yes, definitely. They the ones who making the moves and shit. They the ones who got power and shit. Like Texas boosters can get a coach fired. Even if the buyout is like a Jimbo Fisher, if the buyout is so many millions of dollars, they'll find a way to get that money and get that motherfucker up out of there. Like Tennessee, they didn't done that with Tennessee. Boosters know. Sometimes boosters will make calls on like having players do some shit they ain't supposed to do. So it's bigger than just coaches and players. Yeah, I heard about it, but I mean, stealing plays. I mean, they ain't played nobody to be stealing plays from like that. So I don't really make a big deal about it. I mean, he been ever since he came back. Harbaugh just been in investigations after investigation. It seems like the last 2 years or so. But no one would have said a word about the recruiting violations to prove it had a good year in 2020. That's true. And the timing of all that shit too helped. So like Tennessee as a whole, with the NIL thing happening like the very next year. Oh yeah, that saved Tennessee like a mug. Cause it could have got real ugly if they didn't have the NIL deals and stuff like that. Shit. But yeah, ironically it was a blessing in disguise. All right, yeah, I gotta get up out of here. So I get one last comment and then I'm gonna end this stream. Look at that, Oklahoma up 24-23. 9:16 left in the game. See what they did on this last drive. Oh, they just ran it down their throat. That's it. Gashing up their defense. Good Lord. So Penn State versus Ohio State is such a good game. You bet this going to overtime. I mean, I'm cool with low scoring games here and there, but that ain't it. That ain't it. And I wouldn't be surprised if we do go to overtime, but that ain't it. Yeah. Like I said, I really don't rock with Big Ten football like that. Yeah, for sure, man. For sure. Go Vols. You already know. But yeah, man, that's been episode 4 of Rig College Football. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell. We'll be back in a couple of days for Rig NFL Week 7 recap. So y'all be safe, man. Y'all have a blessed weekend.